One of the things that's really changed my business is tracking, and it's something that I've been dragging my feet on, and I kick myself in the butt every day now since I've been using it since the middle of July. I've been with Pamper Chef since October 2019 and struggled to find a system that worked for me for tracking. And if you know who Lori Bedwell is, she gave me a sample of what she uses, and I have simply updated it to make it better um, to work for me and my business. So what I show here is it's a blank contact tracker. And what I'll do is this is available to every single one of you, but I want to show you how I use it. Um, Very simple. I have the tabs across the top there. It says customer name, location of reach outs. I do use Project Broadcast quite frequently as well. So I do have some of my outreaches on there. I just have it defaulted to Facebook Messenger right now. But if you do, texting, Project Broadcast, Facebook Messenger, Instagram, wherever, you want to make sure that you're tracking where you're putting that. Obviously, you want to put the date. And for me, dates are super important because I want to know when the last time was that I talked to somebody. Because when you send that first initial message, you should be following up in 24 to 48 hours. And I know Claudia and anybody in the business will say, if you're not doing the follow up, then don't even bother sending the initial message because the, the proof is in the follow up. People get busy. They can be standing in line at the grocery store and they see a message come through. They look at it, they swipe it away, and they completely forget about it. How many times have you done that? I have done it a million times. And I am so thankful for when people message me back um, because I forget. And if they message me, it's like, oh, that's right, I meant to order. Okay, so then we're just gonna do, I'm gonna do a sample here. So we're just gonna do Joe, and I messaged her on Facebook, and today's date is the 14th. And then, so say tomorrow, I'm gonna do more of my follow-ups. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna check mark that, and I'm just gonna go in the future here, and I'll put 9:50. Oh, what happened? It's a great thing about this undo button here. Okay, so I'll put tomorrow's date just in the future. And then I'm gonna say, and then so my initial message, and I'll post these in the chat too. My first initial message to everybody in parties is I have a script that I send for a welcome message. And it includes the host name, and then I always end it with a question. So then I'm going to follow up because most likely that last question that I asked them will prompt a conversation or a reply. And then I always write here in notes. Obviously, you can drag this over to make more room. If they come back and tell me, no, thank you, I don't need anything right now, then I always put in, I use acronyms. So I put NRN for not right now, or I do NT for no thanks. If they say maybe, but even with a not right now, I'll click on follow up, and it changes their color of their name over here. Once it catches up, there we go. And each outreach will change the color of the person's name, but once you hit that follow up later, it stays orange because you want to make sure to remember to go back to that person. If they say no, I always try to get out of them is right now not a good time for, and this is booking messages usually, is now right now a good time, like can we look into October or November? And if they say no, I'm not interested, then I'll ask them one last time, do you want to look into next year, or are you talking about no party at all? And if they say no party at all, then I'll click said no, and then it puts a red mark on their name, and then I know not to bother them anymore. But like I said, for each follow-up that you click, their name changes the color. And then and then each one of these, the follow-up dates, you add the date that you talked to them, because then you know, okay, the last time I talked to this person, it was on the 15th and it's now the 18th. I'm slacking. I need to get in contact with this person again, whether it's for recruiting, booking, or ordering. If they've ordered, I also make a note on here, ordered 9/17. And then if they book a party, their name turns green and you want to put the party date on there. So this is what I've been using for tracking. Also, another tip is I have a master copy. So what I do is I go up here and I click on duplicate, and then it's going to say copy of master copy here as soon as it catches up. And then when you click the arrow, or you can right click it too, it says rename, and then I put the host name. And then I have a new tab for every single host. So I don't know if at any point I'm just going to use a new template once I feel like it's full, but if you click on these sheets right, or these lines right here, it says all sheets. It tells you, like, if you have, well, let me go to mine. I'll show you. Don't get overwhelmed. This is my current tracker. So this is a party that's, oh, these are miscellaneous ones. I have a miscellaneous tab. So like these people I reached out to when they had, when we had the appliance sale in August. And then these are people that were September parties, and I got them confirmed. And so this is what I was looking for. Okay. So here are like my miscellaneous outreaches. When you click these lines for the all sheets, it brings up every single person that I put in. So these are all my tabs now. So this I've been only doing since the middle of July, and that's why there's not very many here. But I have to make a bunch more because I just had 5 more parties start, or I have 5 parties starting on Monday. I'm sorry. So I have to add those all on there. So, so this is how I do my tracking. Let me go to my most recent, oh, and then the other thing is too, I have the C in the front means closed. The L, these were for launch parties. And then a couple of these, I have a D in front of it. Those were dud parties. Like they literally had $0 in sales. So I did my part. I did follow-ups and stuff with everybody. And I literally nothing. There was, so you can see I exhausted all of my follow-ups and my messaging. There was no bookings, there was no orders. This person, she actually, when I messaged her a few times, she ended up removing herself from the party. And then this guy, he just said he's not interested in ordering at all. He didn't know what he was getting into, he said, when he said that he accepted the invite to the party. So, so anyways, this is what I do for my tracking. If you have any questions, if you want the tracker, message me directly and comment tracker, and then I will get that copy to you to start using. And then if we need to do a Zoom call to go over like your first party to enter things, I'm willing to do that too. So I hope this helps.